it's been a few weeks now since I've done my paddleboarding adventure, and I suppose this is something for me to remember my trip with. But if you want to tag along too and watch and see what happens, many bridges, many locks, many straight bits, many bits of the paddle going from one side of the board to the other for me to try and keep it straight. Some top tips that I learned along the way as well, and maybe I'll make a separate video about those too. But yeah, enjoy this. This is just something different. Like I say, skip on through, fast forward it. I'm trying not to make it too boring, because at the end of the day, there's only so many bridges you can see of a paddleboard going underneath it. But it's a nice keepsake for me. Hopefully as well I'll be able to attach some photos and invite you into the journey. This first bit that I'm going to do here, we'll have a quick look around the paddleboard, where you'll be able to see all the gear that I'm taking. So I've got a decent set of wheels that are underneath the paddleboard. I've got my fins, I've got my phone case, and right on the very front of the paddleboard is actually my big black bag. Now I did load that up quite a bit more with all the stuff for the major trip, so we'll pick up a bit more on that later. But hopefully, as you can see now, this is me setting off. And this is the first leg. This was the first bit that I did from Coventry to the coast, and this was the Grand Union Canal. I actually did a second trip as well when I went down the Stratford Canal. My goodness, that was a journey and a half in itself. But this is quite an adventure. This gets me down onto the Avon, where I then carried on my trip down through to the coast. Enjoy. Well, this is an interesting start. The wind is going to be against me all day today, so it's blowing me backwards and to the side. But anyway, I'm off. Here we go. This is my paddleboarding adventure. Okay, here we are. So, arrived at Pattern. Got me flip-flops back on. That's the most graceful thing in the world. Right, gonna lift this out and stick the wheels on. So this is Hatton Locks. There's a huge flight of locks here. I think when I looked on the map, it's only by eye, measured it properly, it's about 2 miles. Some proper big slopey bits. I'm going down here, all the way down. And just when you think you've got to a bit where you could drop in, you might as well just carry on around the corner. There's another bit again, I'm not taking all the wheels off of that. So it's from the top of Hatton Locks down to the A46. That's my little walk. Don't think you can see all those behind me now, up there. Anyway, here we go, all the way down to the locks. Nice to stretch my feet. My toes were beginning to get a bit numb, so I think any sort of portage is probably a good time. A couple of sausage rolls, bottle of Lucozade, should be all fueled up again, ready for the next bit. Here we go.